You're listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. What up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders Undercover Capes. Welcome. Today, I am very happy to have someone very special right here on this interview today. For me, this person was one of the first true believers of Comic Crusaders. Let me tell you, on the publicity side, I'm forever grateful for that. But this person has also had one very incredible journey. She's an amazing comic book publicist. She's now an author. But again, her journey has been incredible. She's a great friend to the brand. Let me tell you, an ultimate colleague that I treasure very much, the one and only. It's the one that I call my Eminem. There ain't no other Eminem but this one, the one and only Melissa Meszaros. I was
Hey. Hey, Al.
How you doing?
I'm doing. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm over here in Orlando, which is nice and cold today. I'm feeling the nice fresh air, like a real New Yorker, and like everybody's wearing like thick ass jackets. Melissa, now I'm over here listening to my little hoodie, like enjoying it. Like yes.
But what is cold for you? Really, what is cold for you?
No, again, I lived in Mass, so that's 10 degrees. And here in Orlando, you get 60 degrees, and these guys are in like boots, moccasins already, wearing like ski gear. Like, what's wrong with you guys?
Oh, that's great. No, here I think it was maybe 55 today, Seattle. Yeah,
I love it. Oh my God, Seattle.
Yeah.
Listen, my daughter's apparent boyfriend lives over there in Seattle, and my daughter's like, I want to go visit Seattle. I mean, she's of age. But we want to chaperone our ass over there because we gotta meet homie too. If you're listening, homie, and if we got Melissa over there that'll bust your ass too in case of any business side.
Yeah,
you see it. So all right, Melissa, man, you've had quite the journey. Awesome comic book publicist, music beforehand, and then things happen in your life, and then here you are climbing back up that ladder and rocking yet once again and doing what you gotta do. So for people that don't know, let's talk a little bit about yourself, of course. Where are you from, OG?
I am from Pennsylvania, just outside of Pittsburgh, about 45 miles north of Pittsburgh. It's in a little town. It's basically stuck in the 50s. You still see beehive hair. They're still like very competitive with the hot dog shops and the chicken wings. So
hey, ain't wrong with a good hot dog shop. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm OG from Brooklyn. You can give me that Coney Island Nathan stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Oh man. So were you there for a long time in your youth, or were you a child that moved around?
Well, I was there until I was about 20. Then I moved around quite a bit.
Did you find the tribe though? Did you have your tribe out there while you were growing up?
Yes. And I'm very lucky.
How did you find your tribe? What was the connection?
It's a lot of troubleshooting.
You look like a troublemaker. I was like, yo, for real, man. This girl would get me. I would probably be locked up if I was with Melissa. Like, yo, this girl got me in trouble, but I'll take the bread, no worries.
Yeah, I do tend to get people in trouble, but it's the good ones that stick around.
I love it. So, what was your because I know one of your first loves is in fact music. So tell me about that. Was your family like all about music? What was your first taste into music that got you so acclimated into it? Or was something that was self-discovery?
I think it was more self-discovery, but my dad was really into music. He actually had a stereo room. He would like blast Pink Floyd all the time, which I hated Pink Floyd growing up.
At the time.
And then I finally came around to Echoes Live in Pompeii about 5 years ago. And since then, I'm like, I get it.
Hey, listen, the Fat Joe said that today. He's like, Adele dropping the album. I want them dudes like, nah, man, I'm not feeling it. And he goes, 2 weeks later, I'm like singing every song.
Yeah.
I get it, man. You get acclimated into the music, though you wind up appreciating, not just because, the reflection of the past, but it's also like, it actually is really good music.
Yeah. That and So that and my grandparents listened to Johnny Cash. a lot
Oh,
of nostalgia.
words. Oh, your
Yeah.
grandparents are awesome then. And how was that? I mean, so everybody lived in Pennsylvania. Were you like all close together? You had to travel with them, the state, or what? What was popping there?
Oh, we were 10 years behind the times. So a lot of the stuff that I was listening to was like the early 90s, late 80s.
Wait, you're so close to New York and you were 10 years behind?
Yeah.
God damn, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish you knew Young Al, Meg. I would have been making you mixtapes. Here you go.
Yeah.
You
I would have
remember
liked that.
tapes? Oh yeah, that's my wifey. It was so funny. We were looking at it, and I actually we found a lot of the old mixtapes I made for her. And I would do this
No.
basically like from tape to tape to tape. You feel me?
Mhm.
Like old school, like yo ghetto. But I would spend so much money. Like my mom didn't allow me to be a DJ. You know, circumstances and like safety issues in New York. You know how it go. It was
Mhm.
gangster era. Like no, you're not gonna be that. Even though my pops for the first time was all for it. Because he only saw the cash on it. I'm like, all right, at least he believes in something I'm going to do.
As all dads go. I could say the same thing, but we
uh,
digress.
exactly. So, how did you get into wanting to even like start working in music? What was that? Why did you take that journey? What was the journey like? What did you do to get into it?
Well, it started as me just hanging around shows. And I became so invested in people
As
that
of what age, if you don't mind me asking, you started hanging?
uh,
You could
I
say.
was probably like 14 or 15 years old.
Oh damn, you started young hanging with the
Yeah.
shows. Nice.
And it was more or less like I liked it so much that I would start hanging flyers and I would start telling other people to come to shows. And growing up in a really small area outside Pittsburgh, like the punk community was really big, so there were a lot of shows at like VFWs and fire halls. um, but how it kind of graduated into me getting more formal with the music industry. It just
Uh-uh.
makes me laugh. No, it's just a lot of knowing the right people and just working your way up. Like you're meeting the merch people, you're meeting the road manager. And
Okay.
I didn't start music until somebody mistaked me as a publicist.
It was I love it. So it just happened. You
It just
there?
happened.
Yeah, I am. Tell me you did that. Yeah, of course I am. No doubt. Pop
No,
it.
I was like, what's a publicist? And then I started working at a music venue.
Nice.
I've done a lot of freelance stuff for music, working with a lot of bands independently. Yeah, that's just kind of how it went. It's very, I don't know, because it was just like
You
my
so you
life.
like fell into it. You're like, okay, let me the only the
No, there
ultimate
was a
trust
lot of,
fall, yo.
I think there was a lot of force involved. Absolutely, because
But
I
you were
remember
okay. You were tenacious in that
I was
motherfucker.
very tenacious. I was
Yeah.
very tenacious, like to where I would follow bands for several cities and
Oh
I would stay
damn.
behind after they kicked the crowds out. I'd
Wait,
just
so
stay
how you
there.
following the bands? You making paper? Like what you hustling? What you
No,
doing, girl?
no. It was because on the East Coast, all the cities are so close together that if
Okay,
you hop
okay.
in a car, you're gonna go 2 hours away.
You were
And
just
that,
riding, taking
yeah,
rides everywhere. That poor
yeah,
car must have had crazy mileage.
it did. I think it died at 192,000 miles.
Oh, rest in peace, vehicle.
Yeah, yeah. But
And,
after I did that for so long, they were like, "Hey, do you want to do PR for the show? Do you want to,
wow.
come and work for the venue? Do you want to?" And I used to work for next to nothing. Like they would give me show admission, and when I was old enough, they would give me drink tickets. But I would
Oh,
get into
nice.
shows underage that are 21 and up because I would do PR for them.
But let's get real. I mean, we're of age now. I mean, you were getting free tickets regardless.
No, I wasn't. They
Really?
they
They
were,
kept it
yeah,
real? Oh,
yeah,
I
they
love
did.
it. All right.
Mhm.
God bless. Listen, I was telling a story to a friend of mine because, I'm a weed smoker. And I remember this spot in Brooklyn that we would ask for Big Reds, and Big Red was chocolate. And I remember one day there was a 12-year-old kid there and he get, Mama, let me get a Big Red. So she actually gave him the gum. And he goes, lady, that's not what I mean. And this lady just looked at him like, you better get the F out of my store before I kick your ass. I was like, wow, this is the real person right here. Like, yeah, don't sell to kids. That's great. Thank you. You proved a great. I was like, yeah, you know what? Give me two. I was going to buy one. I felt like charity that day. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
so how did you hook up with the past blue ribbon too, man? Because my middle brother, he loves He loves PBR. Let me tell you. And we were hanging out in a bar in Brooklyn called CYN Lounge, Sin Lounge, CYN Lounge, and that it was $2 PBTs, all PBRs all night. You know what I mean? So it's like, we're gonna hang out. I said, let me guess. You know what I mean? So how'd that happen? How'd you find that sponsor? Because I'm trying to find sponsorship too, though. So talk about that.
That one's a surprise to me too. I honestly could. Yeah.
Say word. There, yo, Eminem over here, we getting them crazy, hookups.
I stopped drinking Paps when I turned 22. Yeah, I was just trying to be cool, you know? Yeah, trying to be cool.
Oh, that's awesome, though. All right, so I know you've always, you're a publicist and you support others, right?
Always.
So how did comics come into it? Because here you go from music, and then the way I met you, obviously, was through comics. So how did comics become a big, playing into this whole narrative?
Well, prior to comics, I was actually working in film. So I kind of made that leap. Yeah, I made that leap into film. And after I did film, actually, as I was working in the film festival here in Seattle, I applied for a job at Dark Horse. And it was actually to work under somebody else. And because I had more experience than them, they didn't accept me. So when that person left, they actually invited me back because I was working on a graphic novel at the time. I had, the writing credential. I had done film, and they were looking to kind of move that property a lot more as they got more into film on the Dark Horse Entertainment side. So yeah, that's just kind of, it was luck, but it was because I didn't get the job on the first take.
But were you a fan of comics? Prior?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
What was your joints?
Oh, 8-Ball. Always 8-Ball. That's really like what got me into it. And I remember, a lot of the licensed properties early on, like The Simpsons was number one of mine. Calvin and Hobbes, of course.
Nice. See, I always love that girls always come in from this different scale. Like when you talk to boys, if you will, or men, it's always the big superheroes. But when you talk to women, females, it's like, yeah, I come from such a different narrative. Like this is how I got into comics. Like, oh shit, I never thought of it that way. It's pretty cool. I like that. So look at Calvin. I mean, I'm a big fan of those newspaper strips too.
It was the collections because we didn't even have a comic shop where I grew up. Like I got my comics I got it from the grocery store and the bookstore, and we had a
grocery store. So tell me, was it like a bodega?
No, it was like a large scale grocery store that actually also had VHS rentals.
Oh, and VHS, folks. Yeah. What's the VHS? I don't know what that is, Melissa. No,
Betamax.
Oh my God, Betamax going even further with the one reel, motherfuckers. God damn, yo. You fucking me up right now. Jeez, yo. Don't let these white hairs fool you. I'm not that old now.
Yeah, mine too.
At least it is. Yo, is that die? I mean, shit. I'm about to do that whole point too.
Oh yeah.
I'm making this to do that to the top so it can match the bottom. I mean, not the trade, but I mean this bottom. Yeah. All right. So talk about the whole journey then, just in the publicity side. Like, how did you get acclimated easily between music and comics? Was it an easy acclimation?
Yeah, it actually was. I think that the difference was just being a part of a system or being in-house was a lot harder for me because I'd always done freelance. Okay. Even in film, I was very much independent, even though I was working in somebody else's house.
The Queen of India. I'm gonna call you right now, Queen of India. It's a wrap, yo. Love it. Go ahead.
No, but it's like if you know how to do a job, you just kind of have to take the tools that you're provided and learn how to utilize them in a different way. And that's all it is. There are different things about working in PR that a lot of people, I think a good publicist knows. And I think it definitely is innate, as I do talk about in my book. It is very much innate. It sticks with you. And what it really comes down to is that you're absolutely gracious and you're patient and you're kind and you don't give people things that they don't want. And you are always supportive to know that you're the conduit in the middle.
Well, and let me tell you definitely are that. I love, hey, you check it out. I was like, I'm always going to have you. Just give me the time. I'm always going to try to also post things when it's going to be also best for you in that particular post and within our time scale. So no worries, I'm always gonna take care of you. We're gonna get to how you even were inspired to open up your own joint. But let's get into the book and that story because of course, it's heartbreaking. Like I wish you would never have gone through anything like that. It hurts me to know that you went through that. Again, you're my friend. And like, damn, you went through so much difficulty and pain. And reading is like you didn't realize it at first. It's like
Yeah.
wow, it's wow. So let's talk about that. So let's talk about this amazing book you have coming out called Heavy Metal Headbang via Headpress, dropping next year. All right, on
Mhm.
March the 3rd. So talk about the journey of the book and particularly obviously your experience. I mean, what happened, Melissa? What happened,
Uh, it's it's funny because I'm still trying to synthesize it to this day, even though the book is done. If I could go back and change the whole discourse of things, I don't even think that I would at this point, because had I not left work that day at that moment, going to see Judas Priest, and somebody hitting me with their car, I wouldn't have the things that I have, and I have to be putting things on a positive spin. I know that I went through a lot of darkness. I know that there was a lot of recovery issues, but because of everybody who was so supportive of me, and even in the things that I lost because of this, I feel like I gained so much more. Because I learned who my friends were, I learned who my colleagues were, I learned what I'm capable of, and I learned how I can definitely utilize my growing pains to help others, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying not to cry on you.
Please don't, because if you do, I will, because I'm a sensitive Puerto Rock. So, but when I read that what you went through, I mean, damn, Judas Priest, New York pizza. I mean, damn,
It's like
that's
the
a perfect.
perfect it's the
It's a
perfect
perfect
night.
night. It really, yo, shit. I wish you were here. Goddamn, high five. For real, that is the perfect night, and I'm sad that even happened. I mean, did you even see that coming? Like,
No.
nah, it was just
No,
that fast.
it was so fast.
No shit. Hold on. Damn, yo. Fuck. I'm getting
No,
affected. I don't
it
want to think about it. All right. I'm
no,
starting
no,
to get affected by it.
it's really okay. No, it happened so fast. And every crosswalk in Oregon, whether marked or unmarked, is still a crosswalk. And traffic was gridlocked. And I had used that same intersection every single day when I was leaving work. It's right outside the office every single day. Nothing was different. I didn't think that anything was going to change. I made it to the last lane because it was like it was a 3 lane. I made it to the last lane, and somebody had zip merged and clipped me with their car. And
Damn.
I was lucky that people who I worked with at the time came outside and they saw me laying in the street.
So, but you were alone at the time when that happened. You
I
weren't with.
was No, I was completely
No.
unconscious.
No, I'm saying, but you were alone when you were crossing. You would, when you left
Yeah.
the office, that was you have no colleague with you.
No, no, I had nobody with me because I was going
Yeah.
to meet a friend on the next street.
Oh
Yeah, and
man.
we were gonna go get pizza and go see Judas Priest, but instead, I woke up in the road, and that's the last thing I remember. A colleague of mine was with me, she had paper towels on my head, and then the
And you're like, what the
paramedics
f is going
came.
on?
Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, "I'm really cold," and she's like, "Well, you're laying in the road."
Like,
I
I
was like,
need a
"Why am I
fucking
laying in?"
slice right now.
No, I told the paramedics, I said, "You can put me in this ambulance and take me to the hospital, but when I get there, I'm taking an Uber to see Judas Priest." It's just not like I'm not missing Judas
Hardhead, are
Priest.
you a Taurus? God damn, you're hard headed, son.
Well, because they knew that something was wrong when they asked me what city I was in, and my response was delayed. And I was like, Portland, duh. And it's because I said that the police department was like, I can't even get into the legal side of that. But, look, you know,
Yeah.
when you look like I do, when you have
Yeah.
tattoos, or doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If you look different or somebody perceives you as different, somebody's going to pass judgment on you, even when you're
Immediately.
unconscious, immediately.
Immediately. I know how that is. And let's talk about that because I know that you said you never felt like you fit in.
No.
I mean, and why did you feel that way though? Honestly.
I'm 4'10" for one.
Oh, really? You're shorty?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's
Yeah.
all, oh my god.
And I always
Um,
dress
really,
differently.
that's awesome. Oh my
Yeah.
god, then you gotta meet my daughter because she's on this like Western Gothic pop thing. Spikes, all black, but cowboyish and gangsters at the same time.
That
I
sounds
mean,
amazing.
oh yeah. My daughter's awesome. I'm like, damn, she definitely got that shit from her mama because her mama was mad stylish, and everybody's like, hey there, giving you some love right there. That's my man Stu and SBJ. That's right. This lady's amazing right here. Let me tell you, yo. Y'all folks don't know. Y'all folks don't know. So, so you never fuck within. So you got into tattoos, kind of as self expression. So
Hmm.
why did you feel that was the best way to kind of self express?
Instead of being the girl who was short, who dressed weird, it was easier to be the girl with tattoos. It was easier to be that because at least I fit into a group of people to some degree.
Okay.
So, um,
Your tribe.
yeah, kind of, yeah, like my
I
tribe.
get it. I get
Yeah.
it. I get it. This Puerto Rico only got a couple, only a couple, but I understand when it's about fitting with a tribe because sometimes I feel, even though I got my brand, there's only very few that are my tribe. Because,
Hmm.
we're different, we're unique in the things that we do and love. And not everybody could definitely understand the nature of what we do and why we do it.
Right.
That's true. So I know this is something my daughter deals with. So I understand that chronic anxiety has been a youth theme for you, right?
Mhm.
So and you've gone through journeys along with that with medication, alcohol abuse. Like, how did you deal with that? Have you grown from that? Are you feeling better from that?
Um, yes, yes. Anxiety is still somewhat prevalent because I still have setbacks from the injury itself. Like
Okay.
today,
So
um,
what causes an anxiety? What's kind of like a trigger for you?
noise.
Just
Noise is yeah, noise is still
really?
a trigger for me. Hmm.
So that's it for conscious for you.
Yeah, so that's where like also music comes into
Oh,
play. So
okay.
if I have my headphones in, if I'm out, then I'm not going to hear a lot of loud noises, a lot of different conversations because my mind it still can't separate those things.
Crazy.
It's still like very cacophonous and it's still very noisy and it
Wow.
makes me feel so anxious. No more meds because they put me on medication after the injury because they were concerned that I was having outbursts, but it was outbursts from where my head was hit. And it wasn't like
Okay.
I'm throwing stuff. It was more or less like I couldn't really I would kind of get spastic or a little loud or verbose about like
Okay.
somebody doing construction or if I would get angry in traffic or if somebody was driving and
Oh
I was
man, don't live in
the
Florida
backseat
then.
driver.
Don't live in Florida. These motherfucking
No, I
10-minute
know
goddamn red lights, yo. I'm about to choke somebody.
that, and they did like the whole Jersey drivers moving down there too. They're the
Oh, Jersey.
worst.
Oh, Jersey drivers again. I always kid that Jersey is the well, what is the trash bin of New York, and then people get mad at me when I say that. But yo, come on, man. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Don't get mad. I'm only
Yep.
playing. So
um,
I know
yeah.
also you're a compassionate soul. And what I mean by that is because you're called the Robin Hood of comics. Wepa. You don't got that bow and arrow. You ain't pulling no arrows up
Not
motherfuckers'
yet.
asses. Not yet. I love it. That's right. Not yet. Although I gotta ask you after the show things that you've gone through because New York Comic Con, and when I asked you how was the show, you gave me this response like, "Oh, I gotta find out what's popping." Just
Yeah.
between us, because if I was there, nothing would pop up. I would smack a motherfucker real quick. But you laugh. I'm serious. I
I mean,
don't
I'm
care.
laughing because I know you're serious. I know for certain you're serious.
So what is it with this Robin Hood of comics? Because I know that you started something after all this. You got this awesome book coming out right next month. It tells the journey of what you've gone through with the pain, but also like how like yo you were doing like you were on your way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You were truly on your way, ma.
I had felt
And
like
and I love
that
how you
day.
didn't stop that. And I love that. I saw a social post of how certain people you thank, like, thank you for like fishing me back here. Like It's like you were lost at sea, and these motherfuckers put a hook out there and just brought you back. Like, nah, you ain't going out to sea, girl. Let's bring you back. So just
Yeah.
talk about that, like all these inspirations. So you've gone through this, accident. Did you have good support from the family and friends?
Oh,
And how did that go?
yeah, absolutely. My friends, absolutely. And the comic, the yeah,
I'm
my,
only joking, Stu. I love you. I'm only be
no,
joking.
and my family was supportive as well. But the most support I got from anybody was the comics community. And you know what happened after the accident. And when that happened, I said, I'm done with comics forever. I'm just gonna
Oh.
either like go be a tattoo artist or I'm gonna just go do something else. And maybe I should just put it
Don't
all
tell me you
together.
could draw too. Don't stop messing around, girl. I
I'm
guess
not
let's see
drawing that
some art.
line. No, 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 no. And it was specifically Mark London from Mad Cave Studios, and
That's my dude.
he is the best.
That's my dude.
And also Mark Irwin, who was at Insight,
Oh,
and he's now at Mad Cave Studios.
yeah.
So they were like, no, you're not going anywhere. And then people started asking me, well, are you free to do freelance work? And I didn't even think about it. I didn't even consider doing freelance work because I was so used to the in-house structure. But what I realized, and I'm not talking bad about in-house marketers because a lot of them are my friends. A lot of us have a network and we know.
Yeah.
They're doing the best they can, but given the sizes of their catalogs, they always don't have the resources to pay attention to the independent titles.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize that there was that I had the ability to do that. So people that might be overlooked, I could give the opportunity to give more publicity to. And I think it's those people, I'm sorry to say, but if larger publishers want to keep their indie cred by signing on their independent stories, but they're not taking care of them properly and not giving it the the recognition it deserves. I want to be that person. And it's like, if I'm going to be Robin Hood, that's fine, I guess. But I really generally care about people's stories being told. I think that's only fair because you know how long it takes to make a comic book. It takes forever.
Yes, it does.
And everybody has a day job. And this is something they're really passionate about. And why is this
and these
overlooked?
people just need to create. And that's why they need to hand off that publicity to someone that's capable, has the connections. And it's like, you create and I'll get your message out there. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
And that's what you're really great at. So talk about, the creation of the amazing agency that is Don't Hide PR. I love it.
I know you're going to have to come up with the commercial for that.
Let's do it. Hey! I wish I was cuter though, you know what I mean? So I could do that shit, with a fucking baby face and big eyes,
Well, if there was no heavy metal headbang, and not even before writing the book, I think that wasn't even in my mind at the time. If it wasn't for the headbang itself, there would be no Don't Hide.
Really? You think that was the big that was the kick in the ass or the kick in the head you needed, if you will?
Yeah, kick in the yeah, pretty much.
We gotta make lighter shit because again, you're still here.
Oh no,
girl.
absolutely.
You're a hell of a survivor. Fuck it. Fuck that. Like Final Destination. I hope you ain't creeping around listening to music. Yo, what does that mean?
Oh, now I'm gonna be thinking about I'm actually always looking over my shoulder. I'm like, when are they gonna kill? Yeah. And I'm like, what's the next time? What's the next time? I am concerned about that because I was on my third live. This is my third one.
Third?
Yeah, this is my third.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Rewind now. I need to know my homegirl here. So talk about that. What you mean your third? What happened?
Well, I do talk about this in the book, but I got really sick about 10 years ago. I lost my child. And I almost lost my own life that time. I flatlined that time. The second time was the headbang. And the third time, which is in the next book, is the fire.
I know. I wanted to ask because I was like, and I've been through that too. It's like, listen, with your journey, Melissa, let me tell you, we've been on a kind of a lane because my spouse went through a life-threatening thing. So I went through the pain of almost losing her, right? And then here that happened. She survived, thank God. She's like you, strong woman. grace of God. Guess what? Then we have a fucking fire on New Year's Day
What
in the
year was it?
middle of the night. So, a couple years ago. And it was like I'm barefoot 2 a.m. January 1st after paying the rent. Like I'm watching my crib burn. Like this is the way to start a year, huh? So it's like, and then when you told me about you and your poor chickens and little animals, man, I was like, yo, so heartbroken. Like, damn, yo,
But
like,
I'm sorry that anybody has to go through that.
yo,
I
it's the most horrible. Oh shit, yo, I don't want to cry.
Oh,
It's
I'm
just like the
sorry.
most.
I'm so
No, no,
sorry.
no, no. I'm just saying, it's like it's really like it's hard. It's when you see that, it's like what the fuck, and then when you have family, it's like and damn, look at you, damn, yo, you gone through some shit, girl, too. So we're on that narrative of hurt, but this is why God gonna bless us even stronger. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that you had to deal with
But
it.
you
Yeah, New
too,
Year's Day.
yo.
But you know what? As you know, it gives you the opportunity to grow past it. And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think for each tragedy we have, as long as we can get past it, you're capable of anything. I really only believe that. And it's
yeah.
not even as a lark. It's like,
The fuck?
wow,
You got you got you got mega feeling emotion. It's gonna call the mega emotional episode. God damn it.
I'm
No,
sorry. I'm
don't be sorry
sorry.
about that. But it's going because again, I feel that you're a colleague, and it's just crazy how our lives have been parallel in the same type of fucking tragedies. That's crazy. But we have both continued to excel.
Mm-hmm.
We don't give
Mm-hmm.
up. We don't let shit stop us. Final destination, my ass, motherfucker. You know what I mean? There ain't none
Yeah,
for this motherfucker. We going on forever. I love
forever.
it.
And we'll just keep giving good. That's all we need to do.
Yeah. So you see now you tease me because here we are. We're talking about the amazing book that you have coming out, Heavy Metal Headbang, and you already gave a teaser like the Fires book too. The what? What are we talking? Like you know what I love about this because as I was reading the book, one of the things you kind of really expressed and expounded on is like I'm not an author, with attitude. Like, and here you are, you're gonna be on book two. Come on.
Nah, it's
What's
just
popping, yo? What are we? What's yo? You funny. I love it though. You keep going. So this book drops then, and what's the plan for book two?
So the book two is in the works. It's the working title is called Song Over the Bones, and it is about the fire happening. And at the end of this book, spoiler, and the afterward, you kind of get a sense that it's going to continue on.
Okay.
When everything and it's like New Year's Day, when the moment you think everything's going to be perfect and everything can move forward, something else
Yes.
gets in your way. Something else gets in your way. So it's this next book, like I said, the working title is Song Over the Bones, which is alluding to the wolves of the New Mexico. And there's a reason for that because one ran in front of my car and gave me, they said, listen to the spirits in New Mexico. And when this wolf ran in front of my car, and I had told a shaman about it, they said, you're not listening to what they have to say. And I did like a lot of soul searching on it. And what I don't believe in folklore. And what it was telling me was that the situation I was in was not a good one. And when I removed myself from that situation, I started seeing the bigger picture as to what was wrong and what the wolves were telling me. I know that sounds crazy, but you're going to have to but it talks a lot about
I get it. Trust me.
growing up with traditional ideals of relationships, how the media has made relationships look as for people who grew up in like the late 70s or the 80s and the early 90s, what Disney made it look like versus what Hans Christian Andersen was really saying. And it gets pretty, yeah, it really dissects the relationships dynamics and how things have changed and how things are continuing to change in the light of a tragedy. So,
Okay. I want to
yeah.
share. I want to share this too, because we're talking about your amazing new book, and I haven't shared the cover. I want people to see. Look how dope this cover is. Identity, fame, net worth. Go ahead, judge a book by its cover. And I want you to tell me, first, of course, talk about the inspiration about the title, but that particular picture, what's going on there?
That was one of the pictures that I took in the hospital or after I got out of the hospital. And I didn't even think about doing it for legal purposes at that point. I just wanted to see what was going on. And that is actually where the brain bleed started pulling out and draining itself. So I actually have a tattoo. I don't know if you can see
Really?
it.
So,
Is
yeah,
it?
cause see, hold on, let me put you over here. I'm gonna put you on the big screen, girl.
Yeah.
Hold on. Where
So
we at?
so like I got
There we
this.
are. I see.
Can you
Okay.
see it?
Yes.
So that was to commemorate where my headbang was. So
Wow.
I
And it
have
was
a
green like that.
yeah, it was
I would think you're
black and
turning into
green and
She-Hulk, yo. I
yellow
was
and
like,
purple.
damn.
Yeah, and it was I had a crack up here and
Oh
a
my
crack
God.
like this long back there on my skull. They said it got to X amount of millimeters, and if the brain bleed, which was in between my brain and my skull causing pressure, they said I could have died if it reached like 4 more millimeters.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Really? And you didn't feel none of this?
I felt the pain because they had the crazy thing when I was at intake, I had folks from Oni Press, folks from Image, folks from Dark Horse, all in the waiting room with me, which is crazy that
Wow.
that's why I say when I got that support, it was really there. Like they were the first
Wow.
to be there for me. I was so completely out of it. And I remember saying, my head hurts. My head hurts. And that's all I said. But apparently by
Wow.
the time I got to intake, I was like, my head hurts. It
Like,
hurts.
yo,
Yeah.
hurry up, my fucking head, right?
And
Yo,
I don't think that
crazy.
they had considered giving me any anything because like
Wow.
once again, they were
Yeah, they
looking at
see you like that, yeah, and
the
they don't understand. I can't believe you're still 4'10". This is blowing my mind. I'm loving it. I'm digging this so much. You have no idea. Oh man, different days, different times, man.
Mm.
Shit. I'm feeling the energy. um, yeah, and what you do, because you're awesome. So let's talk about the celebrity bucket list. You know, Sam
Oh,
Elliott, Steve Buscemi. What's poppin'? What is that? For real?
yeah. So I worked with Sam Elliott for a movie called I'll See You in My Dreams.
Okay.
And this was one of the greatest moments of my career. And I think it was like
Really?
one where I got like Twitter pated a little bit. But
Oh shit.
I was out of the office on a call, and my fellow colleagues actually told him that I wanted to meet him so badly
Oh
that
my
he
god.
came back to the office the next day because I was only supposed to do his red carpet. And he goes,
Where?
"Hello, Melissa. I heard you wanted to meet me and talk about my bees." And I was just like, "Can you just talk to me for like 5 minutes and
No
then we're good?"
questions,
No
just
questions.
rant,
Yeah,
right?
just talk about whatever you want. And I never ever spoke to Steve Buscemi, but because I was being a professional, I actually had to have somebody like pull me by the back of the
He
collar on this
scares
one.
me, yo. Let me tell you.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Like that I'm a big fan of him too, and I don't know, but it's just his whole look and shit. Like this motherfucker real gangster. I don't know if he's gonna fucking freak out on me or what, yo.
Kind of does have that vibe, just a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit.
he does. That's what I'm saying, yo. Like, yo, I'm a hardcore New Yorker. I read the vibe. Like, yo, I think you could bug out on me any minute. I don't trust you.
Well, he was filming Portlandia, which I didn't know, and I was at a movie theater in Portland, and me and a friend of mine were walking outside of the movie theater. He was just standing outside of the movie theater. I said,
Just chilling.
"Oh my gosh, Steve Buscemi, Steve
He
Buscemi!"
was right there.
He was right there, and pulls me by the back of the collar, and she goes, "You're a publicist. You should know better. This is his downtime. You can't go talk to him." I'm like, "Oh, you're right."
Nah,
But
you listen, fuck that, bro. You listen, when I get an opportunity like that, I'll make it on. Listen, I know I'm supposed to be off, but these next 5 minutes, I'm on.
so I would have to ask, like, who would be your one person? Who would be your one person?
Damn, man. That's, you know, damn, I would love to talk to Salma Hayek or Rock, like people like that.
You need to meet my publicist. She
I
looks like
would
Selma
jump.
Hayek.
Yo, listen, I'm getting this close to the Rock, and you never know how close I get to Salma. Like, yo, we gotta work together, girl. I would love to be part of Don't Hide PR. I was gonna do that. You know where I'm at? Don't hide. I'm digging it.
Stick to it for now. Just show up at a convention and
I'll show up at a convention. When people just come up to Melissa's table, it's like, what's the name of your company? And this Puerto Rican is coming out. It's called Don't Hide.
You do it too well. You do it way too well.
Yeah, I love it because I'm a believer in the brand, yo, because it's about being real. I mean, anyone I know that's looking for that, I always say, talk to my homegirl first. Yeah, if you're looking for any publicity or whatever, she know what she doing because she real. Because again, I see you're all about Nirvana and all that. That's my band too. Did you ever get to see them live when you were younger or no?
Oh no, no. But the great thing is where I live now is smack dab in between where he wrote Nevermind and where he grew up.
Ooh, ooh.
So I always feel that energy. I always feel that energy. And actually his
You got
ashes,
that team spirit. Epa!
yeah, yeah, yeah. And there where his ashes are is a park
Okay.
10 minutes away from my place.
Say word, really?
Yeah, I mean that's how much it meant to me at the time. I never got to see them. I've seen Melvin's. Oh, I don't know how many times. Probably like 8 times a year, as sorry,
No worries.
pre-pandemic, pre-pandemic. 8 times a year for 5 years, ish. Yeah, and
God.
you're never gonna see the same show twice. Oh, have you? Did you get to see them?
Nah, I wish. I mean, I didn't get to see my first band until I was in my very early 30s, and my first band, like hardcore band. I mean, not that I didn't go to concerts. I saw Jay Z, hip hop. But I mean, when we're talking
Mhm.
some metal, my first band was Slipknot in New York. That my
Really?
exterminator, because he would see me back then. Back then, you had to meet me. I had double, piercings on the eyebrows. My whole ear was laced up. I had this over here too. I had a mohawk. Um,
Nice.
and my exterminator's like all bald head, looking like a skinhead, but he was all about heavy metal. And one day, my wife had come home from work. She goes, "Yo, the exterminator left us a message on our mailbox talking about if you want to go see Slipknot." I said, I don't. My brother's gonna hate me for this, but hell, fucking yeah, because that's my brother's favorite band, and I got to see them first. He hates me for that, bro.
Really?
Yo, Melissa, you don't know. That was my first mosh pit, so I didn't know what to expect. And some song came on. They're like, everybody got on the fucking floor. I'm like, all right. I got on the floor. Then everybody fucking bounce when I say jump. And I'm sorry, when he said jump, oh my god, there was this like three big MFers coming at me, like to push me. And I said, oh shit, I went all Brooklyn. I'm like pushing everybody. I had one of them and I bounced him like a basketball. By the time the song was over, my boy was all the way to my right. And he's looking for me. Ow, ow. I'm like, I'm here. I'm like, what the fuck just happened here? My first experience, and I loved it ever since. Then I got to see Stain, System of a Down, Metallica, Mars Volta, Linkin Park before Chester passed, of course, on the second album, Reanimation Tour. Story of the Year. I seen mad bands so far after that, and it's a love. And then with my daughter, I saw Pantera and a couple other metal bands because she lives that life. She kind of reminds me how you are with that metal flavor. You know what I mean? Music, that's how she is. And then she could, like, if a band was to hire her right now to do a heavy metal album cover, she would fucking kill it. It would win Design of the Year right now. I'll tell you. She's that gifted, not because she's my daughter. That's what we're talking. We got London boy right here talking to you. Salute, salute, in big country. Big country. I love that name, right?
Oh,
Because
and
you about the country, your poor chickens and everything and the fires. When
well,
you told me that shit
the
broke my
chickens
heart.
survived.
They
That was the
did?
thing. Yeah, they survived.
Hey, them motherfuckers didn't survive. No, none of them feathers got burned, right?
Well, they did have a little bit of burning.
A
Yeah,
little
and
tinge.
yeah, a
Oh,
little, but
bendito.
they all survived. They're actually very happy living in New Mexico.
No word. So you
Yeah.
just raise them. You don't eat them, do you?
No, 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 no.
Because let me tell you, my sister-in-law lives in West Palm. She had two chickens, and well, she had two chickens 3 months ago. When I went to see her this weekend, I'm like, "Where the chickens?" She's like, "Oh, they're in our belly." Like, oh, these poor motherfuckers. Damn, that's foul. You get it? That's foul.
Yeah, foul play.
Bad
Bad pun. It's
pun.
fine.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Anyway,
Yeah.
no problem. But yo, let me see. And then before we go, I just want to tell people, like, you've worked like awesome clients.
Yeah.
Viggo Mortensen, fucking Jason Lee, Ty West, Colin Hanks, John Cameron Mitchell, Duff McKagan, Atticus Ross. Oh my God, Jeff Lemire, Mike Allred. Like, what the fuck, Melissa?
Yeah.
You got an awesome web too. You're the new Spider Woman. What's
I
poppin'?
maybe I don't know. It's just I'm lucky. I'm very lucky.
Is it easy to network for you though? Do you feel that it's easy for you to talk to people, to network, just to
Yeah.
just be like, put the vibe out? Is it that easy for you? I feel that it's easy. A lot of people don't. How do you feel about it?
I think it's easy as long as you remain true to yourself and you are kind to others and you treat everybody the way that you want to be treated. I
Agreed.
know
Agreed on that.
that's really what it is. And as long as you're not
A
looking
lot of
at
people don't get that though. A
a
lot of
lot of
people have
people
that
don't
Trump
get that.
attitude where they think, they
Mm.
come off all thuggish and shit. Like they owe, like I owe them something. Like I don't owe you shit, nigga. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Fuck out of here.
Mm.
Like I've been through some shit where people ask me like, who are you to even ask me for anything? Like I don't owe no one no favors, yo. I do this out of love. Like, please understand that.
And you're amazing at what you do.
Nah, man. But what? It's because of people like you that provide me with such amazing content and keep me on point. Like, ow, you sharing this, right? Of course I am. Yo, I got you. Don't you worry.
That's what you
I
always
got
say. I
you.
got you. I got you.
I always got you, yo, because you're again one of my first true believers. So I will forever be grateful and on your side. Yo, you have a loyal soldier in this, Emma, forever. Trust you me on that, yo. I'm a don't hide PR dude forever. I would never stop doing that now. Yo, Jesus Christ. You got me on order, don't hide PR.
Be careful, those screenshots will be coming out, the memes.
Oh shit, she's gonna be fucking with me now. Oh my God,
Yeah.
yeah. The Al Mega meme, not going like this. Don't hide PR. No way, yo, use it. I got you. No problem. Like I said, it's for real talk. So all right, so we got the bus, we got everything. Now, this is the big question here.
Okay.
Because I know this book is gonna be a motherfucking hit. It's gonna be a hit, and this is gonna be like either on Netflix or Amazon. So if anybody, see, I know where you're going with this, you asshole. So if you could choose anyone to play you in a movie on this, who would you choose? She's like, oh shit! Wait a minute, he went different. All right, let's do it.
Well, there's a couple of factors that are involved here. It's like what age? One, what age?
Oh, all right. So all right. Oh, okay. The life of Eminem. All right. So let's do teen Eminem, and then like post accident Eminem.
I don't want to be presumptuous.
No, let's do it. Listen, you got to speak this into the world so we make it happen.
Oh, okay. So Scarlett Johansson would be older me.
Hey.
And younger me would be a YouTuber called Emma Chamberlain.
Ooh,
I love
Emma
her.
Chamberlain. Wow, really? What she does? Talk about her. Hey, look at the publicist doing the thing. Let's talk. Are you getting into YouTube publicity too? Hey, folks, yo,
no.
don't hype PR though. Yo, you never know.
No, that is all monetized influencing that I don't really want to touch. But Emma Chamberlain, she's amazing. She's sponsored by Louis Vuitton. Like, no, but she is so down to earth and she is so easy to watch. Like, she just does these short 20-minute videos. I can't even believe I'm talking about because I actually just recently discovered
it's
her.
all right. Listen, we enjoy.
Well, she doesn't need my help. I need her help.
Yeah, but listen. She don't know yet, but she does need Melissa help because you're awesome. You provide a skill set and a talent and an energy that no one else is gonna bring to the game.
Well, thank you. Do you want some breaking news?
What's up?
I just got an email today.
Oh, shit.
About a blur.
Scoop! Oh my God, what are we doing?
And I'm saving this for you, my friend.
What we got?
Damien Eccles.
No.
I can't even bring myself to open the email until I have another whiskey. I know.
Wow, yo, see how you're growing? Oh my God.
But that's your scoop. So be on the lookout for that.
You hear this? You hear this? Yo, and we're gonna put this all over Comic Crew. That's a scoop and a half. Yo, again with you, with Don't Hype PR, yo. I love it. She's gonna be like, this motherfucker, yo, he don't stop.
You're gonna get that meme and you're gonna get that gift. I will tell you.
But I love it because again, you're doing something real. You're supporting an amazing community of creators. Here you are going through the tragedy that you went through, and here you are delivering. You're stepping up, and with again, because you had good people that believed in you.
Yep. And
I
that's
will always be a believer. And thank you, Mark, because it was funny when I first met Mark. I know a creator known as Ben Goldsmith, and I swear to God, no matter what convention I was at, Ben was there. So one day I'm at New York, and I'm talking to Mark London in Spanish because I just realized he's Argentinians. Like, yo, here we fucking just spitting in Spanish, son. And Ben Goldsmith just stands there watching us. And he looks at me, how the fuck you know this guy? I'm like, first of all, why the hell are you here? Are you following me? And I'm Latino. Why wouldn't I be talking Spanish to another Latino creator? Like, yeah. Like, very few of us in this industry. Honest talk, very few of us. Like, Melissa, let's be real. Like, how many Latinos have you run into in the industry? I think you could probably put them on one hand.
Two hands, but even still, not enough.
Not enough.
I did hear a little word on the street about an imprint that was all Latinx.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have I interviewed this young lady that has a Latina, Latinx imprint, which is great, doing something OG, and I think you would love her because Kaden, damn, I forgot what I meant, but she OG. She goes to the stores talking about like, yo, check out my comic book, and sells them like OG at the store. She ain't relying on no internet sales. Like, she goes visit shop after
That's
shop.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, yo, she's like an OG. I'm like, enough respect, yo. This is what's up with the ladies nowadays. They believe in what it is, right? Oh no, Saracen Spelling. That's the actor who should play Eminem. They got that's it. I got you on the new Eminem right there, yo. They should play Eminem.
Well, London's an actor himself. He would know.
Hey, there you go. Eminem, we got you. No, that's it. It's a wrap. You're the new Eminem.
I can see that.
Marshall Mathers, you have lost your fucking name. All right, bro. Get out of here. All right. I'm only fucking around before he fucking kicks my ass over here. Not that he can, because he can. Oh, just saying. But with that, though, I have the awesome Melissa here. Please follow her on Twitter, right here at her personal. And, of course, at the business. Like, if you're a creator, real talk. This is the person that will give you 100% of her energy and get your message out there in such a scale. And she really follows up. Like, when, I like to be on point, but when I'm not on point, when Melissa check me, like, yo, did you get that? And I love that about that. That's real energy of somebody that believes in who they're working with. And that's the website. If you don't believe for yourself, go ahead. Go to Don't Hype PR. All right? And you're going to see how awesome they are right there. But most importantly, yo, this is a lady that never thought she was going to be an author, acting all bougie. I ain't an author. And now she dropped her. She even got a book 2. So this is book 1 that is not even dropped yet. She already talking about book 2. How awesome is that? Via Headpress right there. It's dropping on 3/3/22. You could pre-order it right now on the Headpress website. Don't sleep. This is a journey that it's gonna make you feel. I mean, even me talking about her, she had me get watery eyed a couple of times. Like, damn it, Melissa, it's because you're my friend, and I feel for the journey and the energy, because we're riding, we're trying to make it to the top together. And then a salute and a whole cheers to you. So I know that flowers aren't given, so let me give you your flowers while I have the moment. Like, thank you for what you do, putting your energy out there, putting good energy. You know what I mean? And sharing other people's stuff and wanting to help others. You're doing God's work, whether you know it or not. You know what I mean? Whether you believe in that or not. But you are doing that. You're doing really good work. So, if others haven't said this to you, I'll say thank you for doing that. You are awesome.
Well, I couldn't do it without you either, but now you got me like schwitzing, so thanks.
Nah, man, you're amazing. You're my homegirl, and I really do appreciate your friendship and everything that you've done, and the belief in me and my brand and our journey together. And again, another cheers to another whole bunch of years riding this motherfucker. All right. So with that, folks, you know what to do with the Comic Crusaders brand. With exception of 2 things. Visit the awesome shop that's run by my boy Dark Horse 305, the comiccrusaders.shop. Maybe you want some awesome swag like this awesome hoodie. Yeah, it's a hoodie. Look at me looking all sexy. I didn't want to put that hood because I didn't want to get shot by cops if we wear a hood. You know how it is in the motherfucking hood. All right. So go to comiccrusaders.us, and with that, I'm Al Mega with the amazing Melissa Meszaros, otherwise my Eminem. All right. With that, thanks for tuning in, ladies. Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.shop and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.